G'day, Steve Morgan here, Australian Bass Tournaments, and we've just concluded the third round of the ABT BARRA Tour, which is actually the fifth round of the ABT BARRA series, sponsored by Lawrence on Peter Faust Dam. And it's a lake that's famous for lots of big fish. The real big ones didn't come out to bite yesterday, but these guys, team Sunshine Coast Marine Electrical Doctor, caught a bit over 70 kilos of fish, and Tom and Robbie Wood, your first win, boys. Happy as?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. So stoked we finally got a win. Yeah.
You guys came second, of course, at the Australian Open earlier in the year. You've tasted success before, but the young fella hasn't, Rob. How good was it to father and son it through to the win?
It was really good because we were pretty gutted at the Lake Mondrian part of it, the Open, So, so it's really good just to fish with him. We have so much fun, and we were onto some big fish, and it was just like awesome. They were just coming through, bang, bang, bang all day. And like we went over and fished the trees later on. I catch an 84 or something, and then Tommy bangs a 106, and you just know your ducks are all in a line there.
That's how it is. When it's your time, it's your time. And I was lucky enough to be there watching you catch that 106 in the morning, and it's amazing fishing in the timber here. Take us through some of the techniques and how the night went on. It was an all-night event, 16 hours of fishing. Did you have a rest in the middle, or what was your plan? Take us through the night.
Yeah, we started off one of our first spots next to Slady, and the fish didn't really rock up like we thought they would in pre-fish, and so we went to a spot that we found the day before in the pre-fish, and we didn't even get a bite there, didn't catch a fish. We rocked up, and they were everywhere. We thought we'll just gun it out, and we got a couple of 80s and 90s on Reddicks while the bite was down, just suspending Reddicks like under the boat, and then towards the bite time, we had the hydro wave going, and it just pulled this massive ball of bony brim up, and we had the Panoptics live scope out the back on perspective. We're watching the fish come in, follow our bait, and then they sit under the boat, eat the bonies, and we'll just catch them on mollicks and on the Reddicks right at the back of the boat. So.
Take us through that first outfit. I noticed you've got a mollicks on this fella here, and don't worry, I have turned the fans off there. Take us through the lure, your modifications, and the rig you throw it on. That's a pretty solid reel.
Yeah, so this is a Samaki Zing Extreme 7-footer. It's a 12 to 25 pounds, so it's got enough hurt to set those bigger hooks into these fish and still throw these big plastics, and that's just on a 300 size bait cast reel. 50 pound braid, 70 pound leader. And
the black gold mollicks, it's a bit of a favourite. It's been in a few years, it's gone famous for catching a lot of big fish. What have you done to it?
Yeah, they're pretty good out of the box, but we just put 2 stingers on the bottom, and these are these new shout hooks that the boys at Barra Jack's got us in for us, so they're super sharp, they don't bend, and they stay sharp after, I think I caught 5 fish on this, and they're still super sharp. So.
What sort of leader and line do you run?
Yeah, so 70 pound fluorocarbon and 50 pound suffix braid. So
you're not mucking around?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get into it, yeah.
You've got the other outfit here. Rob, take us through. I'm not going to. You told me not to tell you the specifics of the. Lucky that fan was off. Yeah. The specifics of the rod and reel, but you've got that pink deep Reddick on, and I thank you guys for Tommy teaching me how to fish it. They catch the fish. The Samaki event's actually coming up next. Take us through that Reddick technique that you use, Rob. It's deadly on the fish, isn't it?
Okay. Well, Tommy is absolutely deadly with it. I'm not as good at it as him, but. Yeah, this is a pretty light Samaki rod, and what he does is he does a massive cast, and he will just bring it back and let the fluorocarbon bring the line down to the specific depth that he wants. So he'll be watching on the Panoptics or the forward scan, and he'll just see where it is, and he'll just work it through, and he'll wait for the fish to turn up, and once the fish turn up, he'll just pull it in their face and just do these little twitches to give you an idea of how long he leaves it out there. I do 15 casts on a slick rig while he's pulling this back.
Yep. I did notice that, and I think that's the secret for anyone watching that wants to get better at Reddick fishing is slow down. If you think you're going too slow, you're probably still going too fast.
Yeah, that's what we were talking to you the other day. You said you just can't go slow enough, so just keep it super slow. Those fish, when they're shut down, just leaving it in their face and annoying them, that's what gets them to bite. So
now the Garmin live scope and both of the views, the vertical and the horizontal view, important for you. And I think you use that forward view a lot when you can actually see the fish behave when it's around your jerkbait. Tell us what happens when a barra comes up to your jerkbait. What's the normal thing that goes on?
Oh yeah, you piss your pants.
Apart from what does the barra do?
Yeah. So you just work your hard body down, and it'll get down to sort of 12 foot. And you'll just see the barra they'll just come out of the weed, and they'll come right up under it, and they'll just sit there for ages and look at it. So just small twitches. If you twitch it too hard, it'll warp and it'll go sideways, and that sometimes spook it. Yeah, so just small twitches, keep it just in front of their nose, and they'll just lightly eat it and set the hooks, and they go off.
And I think, again, people might know how light that bite is. Tell us how excited you get when the barra turns from that and just turns up. What does that mean?
Yeah, that means they're about to chew.
Awesome. Look, these guys have really perfected that technique. Great to come away with their first win, and they've got a real shot of winning the ABT Team of the Year this year. There's some calculations on the wall over there that I'm sure you've all analysed. Thanks very much for taking us through your techniques.
Awesome. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.